So guys, welcome to the Cosmic Campfire. Today I wanted to explain what this podcast is, why it exists, and what my goals are. So I figured the best way to start a storytelling podcast is to tell a story. So I figure I'll get to the point of why we're here and what's going on. It all starts when I was way younger. I grew up in the Boy Scouts, and we used to go camping about once a month. In the Texas heat, camping isn't that fun, but there was one thing that always stuck out to me. My dad is an introvert by nature. He doesn't want to talk to you, he doesn't want you to talk to him, and he really just wants to be left alone. But something magical happened on every camping trip he attended with me. As the sun would go down, we would clear out the fire pit, lay down some fresh tinder and kindling, and light a fire. After dinner, we would gather around the fire, and people would step up and tell stories. I've never seen my father dance, ask for directions, or give a proper speech, but he never hesitated to tell a story. And he's good. He has honed his stories to the point he knows every beat by heart, and that, I believe, is the magic of a campfire. When you have left all of your modern belongings behind, and the world is at your back, there is nothing tethering you to those dumb insecurities. This is where story and imagination flourish. I believe that is where my father's role in this ends. He reads a lot, and he still tells stories when we have a get together, but he doesn't obsess over the art and science of storytelling the way that I do. What I love so much about storytelling is that our imagination is truly the only limit to what stories we can tell, lessons we can teach, and history we can preserve. Make no mistake, story is absolutely the best way we can create a memory. Whether you need to remember a math formula, a lesson of morality, or the best moments with people around you. Those Boy Scout trips are farther away than ever before, but the most honest moments I shared with my dad are clearer than ever. That is essentially the whole point of this podcast. I've spent plenty of time figuring out how to write and craft story on my own, but I believe in the power of a crowd, and that is what the Cosmic Campfire is all about. That same sense of freedom people have behind the keyboard is the same security we feel around a campfire. But the scope is no longer limited to those woods. Now we can tell our stories from across the galaxy. Every week I will be progressively crafting a story with your help. From dialogue to theme and all the details in between, the goal is to learn by doing. So I'll be giving out my ideas and incorporating others' ideas into the story one week at a time. I've always been obsessed with space, and I grew up on old Western TV shows like Gunsmoke, Have Gun, Will Travel, and Bonanza. So the first story I want to work on is something dealing with a space cowboy type of character. So with that, I have a few questions for everybody to think about over the week. 1. What is a space cowboy? How would you define that? What makes that character? And 2, should this story involve planet-side adventures or are we going to stay in the stars and stick to colonies? I want to know what you think, so reach out to me. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Newguy, Nuexguy. I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with, and feel free to tag your responses with hashtag Cosmic Campfire. You'll be back next week, but until then, I'll keep the fire warm.